sounding. Warm-ups are over. Girls are going to collect the pucks. Coaches will get last-minute speeches in. Here's what we know about this 3:30 puck drop against the Ice Cougars. Ice Cougars, a AAA program down in the South Metro, Apple Valley, Burnsville area. They also have teams that get fielded from the Northwest. But the couple of the parents I was chatting with obviously play for the South Ice Cougar team. Not really familiar with where the Northwest teams come out of, I would imagine. They're not, they're a little further north than like Delano, maybe Highway 12, so probably that Maple Grove area, Plymouth, probably, I don't know. What else we know about this team? I'm hopeful this should be a pretty competitive, fun game. The Lakers, we tied 5-5. The Ice Cougars beat them 4-3. The St. Croix team that we played this morning beat us 8-3. They beat the Cougars 6-0. So, similar results. We picked up Greta Neldner back, missed the Friday night game and the Saturday morning game. Good to have her back. I have always said, you know, my son, my daughter's team, we're a better team when your teammates are there. Greta's got a lot of fire. Now she's got fresh legs. That's going to be helpful. And in fact, they're putting her out at the starting center. So Greta's, we got Neldner at center. She has Hanneran on her right and Stambaugh on her left. First line defensive pairing today, Hanneran and Crosby. So Gorns, as the right forward. Hanneran on D. Initial draw goes through the steal. They push up. It gets knocked back. Comes back, kind of back and forth. Teams feeling each other out. Cougars push down into the zone. Hanneran, little connection there with their own teammate, and they go down in a pile. They're all up, so that's good. Here we go. Steele pushing into the offensive zone, far board. Centering pass attempt deflected down to the far. Behind the goalie. Cougars come up with it. They skate up. Steele can't hold, so that comes out of the blue line. Right here in front of us, in front of the Steel bench. We got a slight camera adjustment here. There we go. And out of that pile, Steel get it. They smack it a little too hard, a little too far. Icing, first whistle of the game. That's going to come all the way back. Go. 14-13 left in this first period. Line changes for both teams. That's going to give us a new forward line. You've got Kirkland at center. Rosine as the left wing. Hines at the right side. Currently backed on D by Johnson and Spandy. So coach is really mixing it up. Some of our gals that have been a forward in the first two games playing defense here this afternoon. Kirkland tries to push forward, loses her footing. She goes down. Cougars pick it up. They're out of the zone. Johnson holds just inside the red line. Cougars then take it, smack it back. Spandy retreats. She'll collect right at that back wall. Ooh, doesn't get it in time, so we'll take it. That'll put us back on the right side of the red line. I like that. So whether that was just Spandy couldn't get there in time or not sure. Either way, that works out for the Steel. Partial line change, Kirkland, Rosine, Spandy, Johnson, and Hines out on the ice. Draw goes to Steel. Rosine, backhand attempt deflected. Oh, tries to take another one. Cougars come up with it though. Steel not in position on the blue line or just couldn't get there quick enough, so it comes out. Spandy dumps down. They'll chase. Cougars pick it up on the half wall, misplay it, so they're going to have to cycle back behind their goalie. Hines contests. She'll take it in the far corner. Nice little backhand pass attempt to Rosine. Rosine tries to push it in front of the net. Ends up getting deflected to the backboard. Cougars have it on the half wall. They're going to skate up. Spandy backpedals. And Johnson contesting, trying to push the skater outside. And said, I'll take it and push it off your tape. Takes that puck right off. Now we're battling right at the red line, far side. That's going to just get flung into the zone, right side of the red line, though, actually on goal. So goalie covers, leaves it, play it. And a goal. So a misplay by the goalie. No whistle. Everybody thought there was a whistle. You feel bad for the goalie. At this age, girls are learning. But you play till you hear a whistle. Meldner on the drop, pushes forward, jumps the route, gets it down to the offensive zone. Cougars pick it up, they cycle over to the half wall. Van Allsburg can't hold at the blue line, so that gets out to neutral ice. A couple players down in a pile. They're up. That's going to be Hannaran. She'll cycle back. She'll go behind Isla. Chip it up the half wall, trying to find Hines here on the blue line. Doesn't make it all the way through. Caroms off a little, one of the joints in the boards, comes back to Hannaran. Hannaran has it. Looking, comes across the middle. Little chip pass, can't be held to the blue line by the Cougars. Meldner picks it up, tries to go with it. Back check by the Cougars, pulls it off her tape. So now they're battling just out inside the blue line in the offensive zone for the steal. Van Allsburg looking to chase down. Cougars retreat, back wall, far corner. Chip up the half board, and there we go. Held initial, and another one. Nice job. Held on the blue line there by Crosby 2 times. Van Allsburg, just past her outstretched stick. She can't get it. She needs to crash that net. There you go. She dumps it back down in the corner. Meldner there. Van Allsburg, centering pass attempt by Van Allsburg. And a goal! Van Allsburg to Hines. Van Allsburg to Hines. Second time we've had that Van Allsburg to Hines connection today. Meldner on the draw. That's going to go to the Cougars. Cougars take possession. They push across the red line. Stumba finds it, drops it, ends up coming up. Hannaran comes out of the pile with it. She'll try to find that outside edge, just can't quite get it. So the shot goes wide right of the goalie, hits the back wall. Cougars take it, spin it up the half wall. Out of the zone. Thorns picks it up. Cougars pull it off her tape though. That's out. Steele's going to have to get out of the zone. They do. Hannaran will have to retreat. Hannaran picks it up. She'll turn, head back the other way. Chip. Nice try. Wanted to find Gorns up on the half wall. Cougars intercepted. Now we're just getting a little back and forth. Cougars looking. They're in the zone clean. Hannaran there contesting. Knocks it off their tape. Greta's there to pick it up, fling it over the half wall. Somehow ends up back in the middle with the Cougars. They're going to take a shot wide right. Crosby flings it over the half wall. Meldner there to pick it up. She's going to skate it out. Here we go. Meldner gets by 1. She's got 2 on her. She'll take a quick shot. Goalie deflects it up high over her shoulder. That's down in the near corner. We don't really have a vantage point. Not sure what's happening there. Cougars center it out. That's out of the zone. Johnson to contest. She does. Knocks it off the tape and pushes it in. Strandbaugh is out. Now it's clean. So interesting, doing delayed offsides this game. After starting on Friday night delayed offsides, switching halfway through the game to immediate whistles. No delayed offsides in our second game this morning, and now we're back to delayed offsides. So, I'll tell you, I've been in a lot of tournaments, not had the rules flip-flop that much. Hard for the girls to keep track, but it is what it is. Delayed offsides with this refereeing crew. Here we go. Yep, no delay there. That's going to pull us out right here in front of the camera, near side, just outside the offensive zone. Rosine on the left, Kirkland taking that center duty, Hines on the right, Spandy and Johnson on D. Hines knocks it in the offensive zone, dump and chase style. Gets caught up, that's out of the zone. Steele's going to have to clear, and they do. Oh, I thought Kirkland had stepped out. She did not. Here we go, Kirkland on the draw. Kirkland finds Rosine. Rosine pushes it in. Cougars pick that one up though. Ooh, squirts out loose to Kirkland. Kirkland's got it. She's got a turn. She's right-handed. Oh, deflection off the goalie's stick. Let's take another look at that one. Not a hard shot, but enough to get on the goalie. Goalie had her stick instead of straight up and down, had it ramped up. Looks like it just kind of popped up and over the goalie. That's going to put the Steel up 3-0. Neldner on the draw, wins, backhand dump, goes down in the zone. Cougars will pick it up. Look into center. Quick shot. Ooh, nice save, goalie. Rebound attempt. Neldner can't get that rebound in. Good job staying right there though. With effort like that, they're going to find the back of the net soon enough. So Cougars fling it up the wall. Steel holds. That's Crosby doing a great job holding that blue line. Cougars try to clear again. Neldner knocks it down. Cougars deflect it to the near wall. Cougars fling it up. Oh my goodness. Clear trip there, but no call. Ooh, it's loose, it's loose. Ooh. So puck shot hit the post, ended up dropping right down behind Isla. She was not aware of where it was. Steel players doing a good job to support their goalie, get in there and push that goalie into the back of her pads until we could get the whistle. So nice job Isla staying in position, nice job Steel supporting their goalie. Draw goes to Cougars. Quick shot, cover save. Cougars getting a quick shot right off the draw. Partial change. Looks like Hines, the McKenzie variety, off. Gorns on. Here we go. Draw goes to Steel. Steel pushes up. Point for Cougars, holds initially, a kind of a quick little pop back and forth. Battling, coaches for Steel wanted a trip. So far these refs have kind of just let them play a little bit unless it's egregious, so ooh, nice job kicking it away. Isla, that was loose right in front. Ends up inside, centering pass attempt by the Cougars. Spandy kicks it over the far wall. Cougars pick it back up. They're doing a good job of just flinging it to the middle. Ooh, quick shot. Deflected off a Steel player. Didn't see who. Kicked it to the near corner. Spandy trying to fling it up the boards, but lots of bodies not getting through. Cougars hold at the point. Kirkland picks it up, comes across the middle. She's going to fling over the far side. Chase it herself. Little dipsy-do. Loses it. Johnson picks it up behind the goalie. She'll fling it off the wall. Again, Cougars able to hold initially, but Spandy gets a stick on it, pushes it up. Cougars will pick it up in their defensive zone. They're going to cycle all the way across, then try to fling it up. Johnson intercepts though. Now they're battling just outside the blue line. They're calling it clear. Kirkland's looking for a line change, so she's coming off. Neldner picks it up, drops it in, dump and chase. They're saying no icing. Down in that corner, Steel up, 3-0, 6:45 left in the first. Spandy's got it here, kind of right in front of us. Cougars pull it off her tape though. Tough spot here. Ooh, back check by Johnson, nice job. Force the player to the outside, wraparound attempt. Ooh, deflected by Isla right up the middle. Rosine able to flick it up. Cougars knock it right back down though. There's Johnson, she takes it, sweeps it outside, off the wall. Cougars knock it right back. Steel just kind of content at this moment to kind of let the puck come to them after playing so aggressive for the first 11 minutes or so. So, nope, played by the goalie, no icing. Cougars wrap it around behind their goalie. Eldner was there, just couldn't get a stick on it. So that's flung all the way out. If that hits the back wall, we're going to get an icing call. Yep, that's coming back. Kirkland on the draw. Cougars take possession. They fling it up. Held at the blue line by Crosby. Nice centering pass. Dumps it down. Hines can't get a stick on it though, so Cougar is able to bring it up and get it out of the zone. And then they knock it all the way back. Crosby will chase. She's going to get there first. She'll chip it off the board. That's out of the zone. Cougars collect just inside the red line for them. Hines knocks it off their tape. Hines pushing. Kirkland right there as well. It's in the offensive zone. We'll see if we can hold it there. Nope, that's coming out. Steele will have to clear. Hannah ran over. She'll pick it up. Backhand attempt over the red line. Kirkland pulls it in the zone with her. Can't hold it in though. Now we're just battling. There we go. Dump and chase. They can go get it now. Cougars get their first. 4:55 left in the first. Down in the corner. Claire steps up. Gets it all the way down. Nice job. Sitting right behind that goalie. Kirkland needs to go get that puck. Rink just got real quiet all of a sudden. That was kind of bizarre. Becca takes a swipe at it. She loses an edge and goes down. Hanrahan's going to have to hold at the blue line. Takes a little poke check. Does. Nice job. Kirkland looking for a line change. She'll skate off. Crosby takes it far side. Nice strong shot by Crosby. Deflected by a Cougar player, but nice job, Becca. Then Allsberg shoots down low. Hines there calling for a pass, maybe not realizing Cougars had the puck. I don't think they're going to pass to her. Claire, good job. Holds again, allowing her teammates. Becca chases up, holds that in the zone. Nice job. Backhand attempt by Hines, hits the wall, goes far right of the goal. Claire is going to hold the zone. Just misplayed it a little bit. Didn't get a strong shot on it. But Steele doing a good job of holding the offensive zone. We've had a full cycle on lines now, all from within the offensive zone. So that's something we haven't seen yet this day, holding it long enough in the offensive zone to require full cycles of all three forwards and both D, while still holding it in the offensive zone. So, improvement. There we go. Cougars finally able to get out of the zone. Hanrahan able to deflect though, knock him to the boards, and that's going to cause the Cougars to go off sides. Oh, that'll come right outside of our defensive zone. 3:16 left in the first. Got Kirkland on the draw, Gorns on her right, Stambaugh on her left, backed by Johnson and Spandy. Kirkland hits the draw first. Unfortunately, Cougars able to pick that one up, so they'll take possession, win that draw. Cougars pushing over, they're going to cycle. Stambaugh just contesting though, quick shot, kind of held, save. Nice job by the Cougar goalie. We're going to go down this side, looks like. Kirkland again pushes the draw. Cougars try to exit the zone. Spandy holds. Passes down. Rosine finds it. She'll take a shot. Deflected. Does make its way to goalie. Goalie will deflect it to the right, the backboard. Cougars sweep around. Far corner. Kirkland knocks it back. Backhand attempt. Johnson. Just misplays it. Can't hold. And unfortunately, Cougars are off to the races. Spandy's there. Gets there first though. Nice job, Spandy. Yeah, Johnson really wanted to hammer that one at the point and get it down to her teammates, but just didn't get the full blade on it, and so it allowed the Cougars to poke it through. Here we go. Steele taking the offensive zone. Cougars try to clear, and they must. I didn't see. They must have got it out. Offsides is the call. It's going to come right here in front of us. Line change for the Steele. Neldner, Rosine, Tynes, your forwards. Hanneran, Crosby, your D pair. Cougars pushing back. 1:54 left in the first. Steele kind of fling it forward. Cougars able to corral it in though and bring it back the other way. Rosine knocks it off their tape. Now we're back in the middle. There's a lot of back and forth here. Eventually Cougars dump it and chase down in the far corner. Hanneran gets there first. She'll chip it off the half board. Nice job. Finds a breaking Rosine. Here we go. Quick shot, blocker save, kick save rather. Goalie for, another shot, another save, cover. Goalie lost that one momentarily. So we're going to get a face off to the goalie's right. Draw goes up to the far corner. Steele will take possession. Stambaugh centering pass attempt. Nice job. Finds Neldner. Neldner's down there in the pile. It's getting deflected to the far corner. Going to give you a little better look. Cougars dumping around and around. Under a minute now left in the first. Steele still holding the zone right inside the blue line. Hanneran just dancing on that blue line. She manages to hold it in. She's got that outside edge. Quick shot. Goal! Hanneran. Nice play, nice shot. Let's look at the replay there. Steele win the draw. Van Allsburg tries to push up. Cougars push it right back down. Just outside of the zone. There you go. Van Allsburg is going to get there first. She'll just chip it forward. Now she's chasing. What a hustle. And a quick cover. There you go. I like the hustle. Neldner on the drop. Hines and Van Allsburg. Van Allsburg on the right. Hines on her left. Spandy and Johnson as the D pair. Cougars take possession. Quickly knocked off their tape to the back wall. Cougars wrapping around the edge. That's going to be Johnson. Johnson will hold that zone. Oh no! She made the initial hold, but the Cougars had charged and knocked it off. Quick shot. Nice. Spandy doing a good job forcing him to go wide. Shot goes wide left of the goalie. Under 10 seconds. Kind of jammed up on the boards here. Squirts out behind the goal. That's going to do it for this first period. So, your Minnesota Steel 8U team leaves the first with a 4-0 lead. We're going to go quiet. We'll be back here in about a minute. have switched. Let's see if the girls have learned from the kerfuffle from this morning's game. Kirkland wins the draw, tries to push forward. Cougars pick it up just inside the zone. Stambaugh holds, can't hold that second time. Nope, that's going to be offsides. And not for lack of effort, but we don't get the offsides call there. Cougars enter the offensive zone clean. Oh, they catch our goalie way out of position. Yeah, so I'm not sure what happened. What Isla saw, she was way to her left. Not sure if she didn't realize the puck was coming down or what, but maybe just daydreaming. Who knows? But Cougars notched their first goal. They're on the board, 4-1. Steal over the Cougars as we have just begun the second period. Draw goes to the Cougars. They dump it in the offensive zone. Now we're battling here across the middle. Cougars dump it out of the zone. Steele's going to get there first. They're going to cycle up. That's out. Little tip pass finds Hines coming off the bench if she can get by one. Ooh, she did, but sure what happened there. She's okay though, she's up. Cougars just skate out of the zone. They get around Hanrahan. Now they're skating down. Isla in position. Shot goes wide right, hits the backboard, goes to the far corner. Centering pass attempt by the Cougars. Girls just watch. This is what we saw in the last two games. Girls just watching the puck. Nobody's skating out to contest those players when they have the puck. I'm not sure why. The second period seems to be that way for us, but Steele coach is really getting in the ears of the girls, telling them to play the puck, get out there, contest both skaters. A strap, so similar to before. I'm going to guess this is that same strap that broke. There we go. Ref's doing a good job. At this age, ref's definitely willing to help out, tie that strap. So draw gets kicked up, puck's out here across central ice. Neldner pushes it forward. Nice job. It's going to hit off the back wall, wrap around attempt. She can't quite get it there. It's stuck on the side of the net. She still has it though. Comes up with it behind the net. Floating there. Rosine there to help if it ends up in front. It does, but squirts out by Rosine. She can't get a handle on it. Hanrahan holds it in the zone. Now it pops loose. Girls got to get out of the zone, girls. Goes all the way back. Crosby takes it, flings it down. Neldner's there. She's going to try to get something going. She kind of gets taken out. Three Cougars right down there with Nelder and Rosine. Hines now will pursue, pick it up in that far corner. She'll look to just, centering pass attempt. Rosine trying to get a stick on it. Ooh, had an opportunity there, just couldn't capitalize. Cougars will skate it up. They are out of the zone. So, Spandy, Johnson back. Forcing him to the outside, no shot. Centering pass attempt deflected by Johnson to the far board. Near board, rather. Cougar down. Steele. Still bouncing around right in the front there. Trying to get it up to Kirkland. And the Cougars able to intercept. Kirkland still battling for it. Cougars have it. They hold the zone. Nope, they don't. That's offsides. Partial line change. Stambaugh is off, Van Allsburg is on. Hines is on, Hines is off. Kenzie and Savannah just swapping places. So you've got Hines on the right, Kirkland at center, Becca on the left, D pairs Spandy and Johnson still out. Kirkland tries to get to Hines. Cougars pick it up though. They knock it forward. Johnson is there. Plays it, bounces off a player, goes back to Spandy. Spandy doesn't see a lane, finds a way to chip it off the board, finds Hines. Hines and Kirkland racing down, pursuing. Puck goes behind the net. 11:50 in the second. Cougars trying to kick it up, deflected momentarily off the skate of Hines. Now they skate out. Oh, Johnson gets spun around. Spandy gets spun around. Oh my goodness, Isla just making enough contact to deflect that to the right. That's the Cougar skater. Just kind of hot knife through butter through the whole Steel team. Got a nice shot off. Cougars have it. Skating across the middle, trying to find that edge to take a shot. Gets deflected to the near boards. Kick down to the middle. Johnson kicks it right back to the boards. Spandy tries to backhand it up out of the zone. Doesn't have enough mustard on that one, so it's held. Now they're just battling for it. There we go, finally. Pops out of the zone. Hines kicks it forward. She'll chase. We're going to get a large line change for the Steel. Everybody but Hines. Coach is calling for McKenzie to come off and complete the full line change. So that means we have Hannaran, Gorn, Crosby, looks like Stamba and Neldner out on the ice currently as your Steel representation. Puck ends up over on the far wall. Cougars try to wait up. Crosby holds at that blue line. She backhands it down, tries to find Gorns. Gorns just can't get her tape on it. Crosby holds again. Hannaran picks it up at center ice. Waiting for her team to clear the zone. They do, so she'll chip it forward. We're going to get, clear. They're saying clean entry. So we have a little scrum here, a little pile. Puck squirts out. Cougars are going to get it. And they do clear the zone. Hannaran will retreat. She'll take it, swing around. Trying to find that outside edge. She does. She's got momentum if she can just get around. Yeah, Neldner offsides there. .39 left in the second. There we go. Neldner on the drop, pushes it forward. Cougars pick it up, try to fling it down. Johnson flings it forward. Cougars fling it back. Spandy flings it back. Lots of back and forth here happening right now. It's ending up down in the offensive zone. Cougars try to fling it off the half board. They're going to have to, they skate it out. We've got a 3-on-2 situation here. Neldner needs to get on her horse. Yep, offsides, thankfully. Partial line change. Neldner off, Kirkland on. So now you've got Kirkland still rocking center duties. Rosine on the left. Hines on the right, Spandy and Johnson still up there as your deep pair. Kirkland takes the draw, takes it herself, turns, fires, gets deflected by a Cougar player. And we're going to get another offsides call. Draw goes to the Cougars. They're going to backhand it down into their offensive zone. Steel looking to get it out. Johnson will pick it up. Off to the half board. Spandy picked it up. Ooh, nice quick shot deflected by Johnson. Nice stretch pass. And we're out. Nice job. Kirkland chasing. Oh, you wanted that one. Cougars skating into the offensive zone. They're going to take a shot. Goofy angle. Ooh, rebound attempt was there. Just nobody crashing the net to put that one home. Steele just trying to get out of the zone. It's not out. Now it is. We've got 8 minutes left in the second period. Lots of back and forth. Cougars into the zone clean. Johnson needs to turn around. It was right in her feet. Quick shot, a little bit wide. Tough angle, so that goes behind the net, up to the far board. Johnson will fling that one out, and that one is going to come all the way back for sure. Full line change for the Steel, and we'll end up back in the defensive zone. Ice Cougars using that midway of the second. They carry 2 goalies on their roster. So this is kind of the midway point of the second. They opt to switch goalies. So we'll see if the Steel can capitalize. We have a cold goalie. No warm-ups for this goalie. Right away, here's Neldner on a breakaway attempt. Quick score! Neldner! Of the it's tough. It's putting a cold goalie in halfway through the period. That's kind of some of the things that can happen, but that's hockey. I should probably watch the game here, huh? So Cougars took the initial drop, pulled it over the near boards, and we had a battle for it right on the boards. Now we're just kind of going back and forth. Still just a pile. Love to tell you what's happening. Not really sure. It always squirts out. There it is. And that's down into the offensive zone for the Cougars. Crosby tried to kick it up the half board, ended up taking a bad angle, and it came right back to her. Now it's loose right down in front of Isla. Hanrahan's going to pick that one up. She's looking to skate out. Here we go. Stretch pass finds Kirkland. Kirkland has it. She has to turn, though. She's kind of all alone. Ooh, missed trip call there. Kirkland still battling for it down in the corner. Cougars have possession. Backhand attempt to kick it up. Does make it past Stambaugh. But Hanrahan is there. Oh, no, can't hold at the blue line. So Cougars are going to chase out. Hanrahan takes a swipe at it, pushes it over. Back and forth. Couple kids just playing catch with the puck right now. Steele, given that it's right here in front of the bench, using to take the opportunity to get a couple fresh pair of legs out there. Steele need to get out of the zone. Got to get out. Got to get out. There you go. Steele's out. Nice job on Hanrahan's part, just waiting for her team to clear the zone before taking him in. Clean entry. Quick shot deflected by a Cougar player, not making it on net. They're going to push it out. Crosby up at the point. Backhand holds. Finds Gorns. Gorns pushes down. Finds Neldner. Neldner gets by one. Can she find that edge? Quick shot. Doesn't make it through. Gets behind. Far corner. Oh, we had a defensive change, so we didn't have anyone holding that point there. Puck's just kind of squirting loose. No one really taking possession of it. Spandy battling. Gorns right there as well. Neldner comes in. She lowers her shoulder. Here we go. Rosine's on. Kind of back and forth. All right here where we can't really see the puck. Here we go. Come on, girls. Finally squirts out. Cougars take possession. Way offsides. Way offsides. That's coming out. Kirkland on the draw, Rosine on her left, Hines on her right, Spandy Johnson out on D. 4:30 left in the second period. Cougars take possession. Kirkland pulls it off their tape, tries to kick it forward. Cougar D swings it, knocks it forward in the offensive zone. Spandy's there. Spandy chips off the half wall, trying to find Hines. Doesn't make it through. Rosine tried to get a stick on it. She couldn't. Here we are. Girls bumping into each other. That's Johnson. Johnson finds Rosine. She's set upon immediately, so the Cougars take it. Quick shot. Ooh, nice deflect by Isla to the near corner. Kirkland will pick it up. Backhand attempt, and that's out. That's not going to have enough to be icing, so girls are going to have to go get it. Cougars looking to dump and chase. Rosine says, nope, let's go back the other way. Cougars pick it up. Kirkland tried to jump that route, just couldn't quite get a stick on it. Spandy has it. She's going to push up. Little stretch pass. We've got a tip, but they're not seeing it, so that's going to come back. Still 5-1, 3:28 left in the first. Second period. So lots of battling. Big kerfuffle from the Cougar bench. Not really sure what they were yelling about. Get it out of there, girls. Get it out. There you go. Hanrahan takes it, swings back behind her goalie. Isla swings it around, chips it up off the board. Right back to her, though. This time she will, what's she going to do? Nope, couldn't decide. Cougars knock it off her tape. Now we're battling down in the corner. This time she hits it off the board, but hits it like she means it, and that's going to get it out of the zone. McKenzie will chase. Ooh, nice job. She's going to get in the zone clean all by herself. Meldner there following. Oh, so close to making something happen. Steel players kind of bumping into each other, falling down. Puck squirts out of the zone. Cougars have it. They're looking to push. That's Meldner. She knocks it back the other way. Cougars tip it. We're battling. It's up on the board. Referee does a good job getting out of the way. Oh, Cougars have a little break opportunity. Can Hanrahan get there? She does! Nice job, Hanrahan. Oh, they're going to get a call? Really? I don't know. I'm going to say she got... From here, it sure looked like she got all puck, and then the girl just fell. But... either way, that's putting Hanrahan in the sin bin. Waconia is going to go on their first penalty kill of the game. Should be down in the defensive zone for us. Draw goes to the Cougars. They're trying to make something happen. Steele just trying to get sticks on it, not letting a shot go through. They're spinning. It's just kind of pinging its way down. Ooh, that's loose. Right across the middle. Rosine has it. Coach is calling for her just to fling it down. She's not hearing them, so she loses it right at center ice. Deflected off the stick by Johnson. Hard shot by the Cougars. Not the right angle though, so doesn't have to doesn't interact with the goalie. Here we go. Spandy just gets it out of the zone. Nice job. Cougars collect, and they're clean. Kicked right back out by Steele, though. Coaches for the steal, just encouraging the girls to do things, just burn time. Calling for lots of clears. Cougars have an odd man rush. Quick shot, wide right, interacted with by Isla. Oh, they're going to get it on the back door. So the penalty ends up coming into play. And Cougars back on the board, 5-2, just at the end of the second period. 46 seconds left in the period. At center, Hines, Van Allsburg as your forwards. 46 seconds left. Steele take it, try to enter the zone. Cougars defending. Steele in, Nelder pushing, chasing, get us down in the near corner. Cougars try to chip it up the wall. Now it's stuck on the wall. Hines right there, Hannaran as well. 20 seconds left. We'll see if we can get a shot on goal here. Van Allsburg chases, pursues. And that's out. Steele's got to clear the zone. They do. Nice job, Steele. 3 seconds. Not going to have enough. That's going to be all she wrote for the second. All right. We'll be back to start the third. Starting the third, Nelner out there as your center, Van Allsburg on the right, Hines on the left, back on defense by Spandy and Johnson. So after a brief, a little bit longer intermission there, usually it's a minute, goalie needed an extra 60 seconds or so. Other team was kind enough to allow that to happen, as were the refs, and so here we are. A little back and forth. Ice Clams. I don't know where that came from. Cougars. Ice Clams are a boys team. Here we go. Cougars in the offensive zone, trying to make something happen here, close this gap. 5-2 steal up, 14:25 left in the third. Battling scrum right here on the boards. Steele just trying to get out of the zone. Cougars hold again. There we go. Now we're out. Johnson's got it. Nice job, Hines, holding, not getting in that zone. Yeah, you can't do that, but they did just give us an extra minute on the intermission, so not going to complain real loud. Quick shot, rebound opportunity, score! Neldner on the quick shot, chasing, closing the gap, chasing her own shot. That's what you got to do. Good things happen when you crash the net. So after initial win, push forward, Cougars push us back. Now we're pushing back into the offensive zone. Steele loses it. Cougars, skated out quick. Little back check by Hanneran, nice, knocks it off their tape, good job. Cougars push right back though. So they're in the offensive zone, that's Crosby. Contesting down in the corner. Nice job, Claire. Just playing tough, putting a body on that Cougar attacker. Up the board to Stamba. Stamba gets contested, gets deflected off the skate of a Cougar. They can't quite get a clean shot, so that ends up going wide down in the corner. Centering pass attempt gets deflected. Hanneran picks it up. She'll skate it out. Here we go. Deflected off her tape. Now we just got a pile of bodies right here in front of the steel bench. Puck squirts out. Hines will pick that one up. Trying to just get possession. No one can really settle the puck. It's just a lot of individual skaters having it for a few seconds and then losing it. Squirts loose, down into the offensive zone. Cougars pick it up. They'll cycle behind their goalie, left to right. Well, I should say right to left. Come back the other way. Right here across neutral ice. Hines will opt to dump and chase. Partial line change for the Steel while the forwards have it deep in the zone. Rosine trying to hold. Can't get her tape on it. Hines there as well. That is going to come out of the zone. Johnson will pick it up. A chip off the half board. Nice job getting out of the zone by Hines. That's going to go all the way down. Rosine has it on her tape. Heavily contested. She's going to lose that one. Johnson will pick it up just outside the blue line. Ooh, gives it right back to a Cougar player though. Now Spandy's chasing. Nice job forcing the shot. Take an out goofy angle. Hits the back wall. 11 minutes left in the third. Puck is loose. Hines picks it up. Cycles behind the goalie. Cougars will pick it up on the far wall. Centering pass attempt. Nobody home for the Cougars though. Spandy will pick it up. Spandy's got some steam. She opts to just stretch pass. Nobody home though, so the Cougars will pick it up. They're going to try to kick it back. Spandy tries to throw it back again, ends up popping over the far side, where the Cougars will pick it up. They're in the zone clean. Johnson tries to deflect. They get around her. Centering pass attempt gets deflected down by Spandy into the side netting, and we're going to get a freeze and a whistle. Should go to that far side. 10:31 left in the third. Looks like a full line change for the Steel. Kirkland at center, Van Allsburg at right, Hines at left. Hannaran and Crosby out there as your deep pair. Cougars come up with the draw. They're going to cycle back to D, try to swing around, re-enter the zone. They get deflected out, so now we're just battling for it right out here. Center ice. Gets pushed down. Steel pick it up. That's out. Hines tries to take it and go. She had been facing the wrong way, so that slows her down. Crosby's got it on her tape now. Oh, Izzy, way offsides. Izzy getting just a little too excited, getting in the zone about 5 feet in front of that puck. It's going to pull us out. Kirkland on the draw, goes to Steel. They try to chip it forward. Cougars push it back. We're just kind of swinging back and forth. There we go. Steel trying to take possession in the offensive zone. There we go. Ooh, a little misplay by the Cougars. Allows Hines to pick that one up. Centering pass attempt. Tried to find Van Allsburg. She just overskated that one. Good idea, though. So that's going to pull back the Cougars. Deep pair for Steel. Get way back. Nice back check. Hannaran Van Allsburg knocking it loose. Cougar player comes in. Pinball machine. Knocks a few people down. Becca swings. Knocks it over the far wall. Van Allsburg, get out there. Contest. Come on, girl. Here we go. Kirkland tries to swing it wide. Ooh, we're going to get a cover. Isla with the cover. Nice job. See a draw, far side, defensive zone. Nelder on the draw, ends up on the tape of Steel, I think. Yep, there we go. So Steel takes possession, they end up kicking it out. Cougars retreat, they'll pick it up. Ooh, misplay, misplay. Can we capitalize? Cougar player had it and just couldn't find it in her own skates. That allows the Steel to enter the zone and deflect it. So now we're battling. Aria trying to do her best. She loses her stick. So Cougars kick it out. Spandy finds it on the half board near wall here. And we got to get out. We got to get out. There we go. Now they can go. Steel. That's Johnson. Looks up. Tries to find Neldner. Good idea. Just a little misconnection there. We're battling right on the blue line. Rosine holds, pushes in. Cougars take it off her tape though. Out of the zone. Steel will retreat. Johnson, Spandy, Hines back. Let's see if they can force this girl to the outside. They do. Isla able to gauge that shot. Nice save and a hold. 8 minutes left in the third. Goes to Steel, they'll push over. Ooh, dangerous centering pass by the Steel. Almost gives the Cougars a shot. They weren't quite ready for that. So that's Hannaran. She comes out of the pile. She's got it. She got by one, got by two. Just trickled off her stick as she was approaching the blue line. Cougars push it back down. Rosine flings it forward. No icing. They got to go get it. Cougars get to it first. They cycle behind their goalie. Coming up the half wall, contested. Neldner right there. She goes down a pile with the other player. We don't know what's happening. There we go. There we go. Now we're going to get an icing call. That's coming coming back. Full line change for the Steel. You're going to see Spandy and Johnson out as your D pair. That has been a solid pair today. Kirkland taking the draw, Hines on her left, Van Allsburg on her right. Kirkland wins the draw, drops it back to Johnson. Johnson tries to fling it up the half board. Kirkland picks it up, kicks it forward. Cougars get to it first though, so they'll take it. They'll swing around, knocked off the tape by Kirkland. And now we're battling for it here, just inside the red line. Right in front of the Steel bench. Who wants it? Looks like the Cougars do. They come out of the scrum with it. Trying to find that outside edge to get in the zone. Johnson says nope. Pushes him back. There we go. Gets kicked forward. Van Allsburg chasing, pursuing. Cougars kick it up the half board. Van Allsburg there along with Kirkland. Kirkland has it, flings it up towards the goalie, off the goalie's chest, drops straight down. Now it's behind the net. Cougars there. And they're coming up the half wall. They're out of the zone. Steel looking to contest right here in front. Spandy has it. She's going to swing across. Trying to find an edge. Can't find one. Smartly opts to kick it out of the zone, forcing the Cougars to have to clear. They will retreat and now re-enter. Johnson picks it up down on the far wall. 5:40 left in this third period. Cougars take possession. Quick shot. A little bit wide right. Hits the back wall. Swings around. Spandy gets there first. Tries to fling it up. Cougars hold. We're down in that corner. Hines picks it up. She gets it out of the zone. Cougars have to retreat. They do. They'll cycle D to D right across the red line. Now they're entering. Nice job entering clean. Ooh, Johnson gets turned around. Quick shot. And that's going to trickle in. So, Cougars with 5 minutes left, making this a 3-goal game. Not willing to just go away quietly. I'm not sure what's happening. We got our goalie skating off. We'll mute here. Coaches are working on her. She took one in the wrist, maybe. Might have got a little bit of a stinger. Okay, a little pep talk from the coach. She'll get sent back out. So after a goal, bringing it to a 3-goal game, Cougars take possession after the draw, fling it forward. Steel trying to flick it back. It's kind of going back and forth. That's Crosby. Crosby, backhand attempt, gets it over center ice. Cougars push it right back. Hanrahan gets there first. She'll take it. Pursued heavily by 2 Cougars. She'll fling it around, try to find, I didn't see who that was. Stambaugh. Stambaugh, nice little stretch pass, finds Neldner. Neldner comes across the middle, loses it off her tape. Cougars able to kick it out of the zone. 4:30 left in the third. Cougars have 2. Ooh, deflected off the boot of Crosby. Never made it on goal. Into the far corner. Centering pass attempt. Makes it all the way through. Hanrahan there. They take it, and that's going to get out, forcing Cougars to retreat. Hines hoping to sneak around the backside and pick that puck up. Doesn't get there in time. Cougars pick it up. Tic-tac-toe. They make some quick passes to get it back in that offensive zone. Cougars playing a little more with intent right now. Ooh, it's loose right on that corner. Isla Stella doing a nice job after that wrist injury to spread out, push that puck out, and it's out of the zone. Nice job. Here we go. Oh, Hines just couldn't get her tape on that one. We're going to get the call. We had the delayed penalty sign. Not sure why it's down now. Guess the ref decided not to call it. Girl's getting a little too excited. So with that offsides call, we'll take the draw far side, just outside the offensive zone. 3 minutes left. Line change, forward line change for the Steel. Neldner, Van Allsburg, Hines out. Hines, Rosine, Kirkland off. Steel win the draw, opt to dump and chase. Cougars get there first. Kick it forward, Spandy kicks it back. A lot of back and forth here. Cougars kick it forward, trying to enter the zone. That was Johnson kicking it right back. I believe we're going to get there, so no icing. 2:35 left in the third. Just this. Here we go. Cougars pushing forward. Oh, nice job, Johnson. Just slowing him down. Allowing the back check to catch up. We're going to get icing. That's going to come all the way back. Full line change for the Steel. 2:15, 2:14 to be exact, left in the third period. Kirkland, Gorns, Stamba out there as your forwards. Hanrahan, Crosby out there as your deep pair. The initial draw goes to the Steel. They try to kick it forward. Cougars kick it down. Quick shot attempt. Blocked. Hanrahan takes it, whips it around near side. Cougar is able to hold. Steel trying to just get out of the zone. Under 2 minutes left in this third period. Scrum right here on the boards. Can't really see where the puck is. Hanrahan comes out of the scrum with it. She'll take it across. Now she's going to try to find that outside seam. Gets around one. Oh, nice shot. Nice shot. Great job. Burst of speed, got around that outside edge. Back check was there, so she took a long shot and just caught the goalie kind of on that outside edge. She just didn't get back to make a seal on that outside pipe. So with 1:33 left in the game, kicking it back up to a 4-goal differential. Here we go. Johnson takes it, kicks it up. Cougars try to push it back. Neldner there. Now it's kicked back again. Pings off the board. Johnson slows it down. Cougars. Oh, she had speed. She wanted that one. Just a little bit offsides. .117 left in the third. 1-1-1. Yep. Offside, so we're coming right back. Here we go. Nice job. Spandy kicks it up to Hines. Hines gets it out of the zone. Rosine now pushes it forward. Nice job. Just getting it down in the offensive zone. Coaches telling the girls play hard to the final horn. Johnson holds at the blue line. Nice job. Finds a way to get it to the inside to Hines. Hines tries to turn on it. And Cougars pick it up. Spandy looking, trying to push him. Ooh, nice job. Quick shot, trickles just outside that near post. Cougars thought they were going to get a little morale boost here at the end and just couldn't put that one in. Steele ends up kicking it all the way just inside the blue line. 15 seconds left. Van Allsburg will find it and kick it down. Burning yet more time. She's hustling, trying to find it. We're going to hold this offensive zone. 5 seconds. Henry kicks it down into the corner, and that's going to do it for this one. That's going to do it for this one. So, here's what that means. This is unofficial. I haven't seen anything yet. But we, in a 4-person pool, 4-team pool, you have St. Croix at 3-0. So at 2 points a game, they're going into the championship with 6 points. The Steel with 1 tie, 1 win, 1 loss. That puts them with 3 points. Ice Cougars, 1 win, 2 losses. And that gets them 2 points. And Lakers with 3 losses, no points. I believe that means we're going to the chip to face St. Croix tomorrow. Obviously, once it's all official, send things out. But we will see you tomorrow morning for the final game of the tournament. Thanks for watching.